Welcome to Erica Lynn Speaks. An inspirational, motivational conversation designed specifically to help you move forward. And now, here's Erica Lynn.
Welcome. This is your girl, Erica Lynn. I'm back. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Erica Lynn Speaks podcast, where we go big or go home. I'm laughing because I got such a wonderful production team, right? And that's the best part about live. I don't have to be perfect. I can make mistakes and y'all still gonna love me. Anyway, on today's episode, y'all, I got a legend in the house, right? I'm talking about somebody who not only has been making me laugh since he walked in the door, but somebody who has made a precedence on many of you all's lives. I'm talking about, y'all know the Karate Man. He was on the soundtrack of The Last Dragon. If y'all don't know about The Last Dragon, I don't know where y'all been, okay? Because we all know about The Last Dragon. And he made the song Stand By Me, right? So everybody knows Stand By Me. But before I bring him on to the podcast, I want to make sure that you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go on over, no matter where you're watching me, if you on Facebook or one of my other platforms, go on over to my YouTube channel and hit the like button and hit the subscribe, whatever. Just follow your girl, because y'all day is not going to be the same without Erica Lynn. Because when I come up, I like to show up and show up right, even in the face of adversity, right? And so I'm excited about today's podcast because God has been blessing this platform with many legends. And they don't just come and talk about all of their accolades, but they also come and bring a message. For when you walk away or you turn off this podcast, you say, dang, they did it. I could do it too. And they've done it for a long time. How do they do it? Right. So they drop a lot of tools, some nuggets, and things that you will be able to use in your everyday life, because somebody somewhere is trying to accomplish something and you need a little motivation. And so my guest, not only is he going to rap for you, sing for you, make you laugh, might even start dancing. I don't know. I got to control him today. Okay. He a little out of control, but I'm excited about the guest for today. But before I bring him on to the podcast, I want to make sure that we give a shout out to our sponsor. So here's a word from our sponsor.
Experience the difference with Executive Transportation Services Network, your trusted leader in luxury ground transportation and concierge services. Our award-winning team delivers safe, reliable, and professional services every time. Call 734-770-8990. Choose Executive Transportation Services Network, where excellence rides with you.
It rides with you. Y'all know I'll be talking about luxury. I love luxury. I am luxury, okay? I'm a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of luxury. That's why y'all tune in to the podcast every week to get what I got to give to you. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my guest so that you guys know who I am bringing onto the show. His Detroit roots. He is a quintessential Detroit soul legend whose first sound found his voice in high school choirs and y'all, these the contact things going on, and the grit of the local doo-wop groups. His signature sound, his voice is in the timeless staple, I Don't Want to Go Home Tonight, a track that remains most listened, access all digital platforms. His cinematic voice in 1985, he took his talent to the big screen, performing the title track for the cult classic film The Last Dragon. Y'all know about The Last Dragon. He's a songwriting powerhouse. Beyond his own vocals, he is a formidable force in the industry. He was a key writer for the legendary Norman Whitfield, famously co-writing the top 10 R&B hit Do Your Dance for Rose Royce. My R's is, hey, y'all know your girl. And lending his pen to the iconic Four Tops. His hip hop connection, he has his influence spans generations, right? With his work being sampled and featured by modern legends like Tupac Shakur and included in projects like the Cradle to the Grave soundtrack. The Hall of Famer in 2015, his life work was solidified with the induction into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame, an organization he has also served by co-hosting events alongside the late Mary Wilson of the Supremes. The local icon from the Northern Soul scene in the UK to the recent interviews in Spain. His appeal is truly worldwide. So, what's next for my guest? He isn't slowing down. You can find him in the pages of the Soul Strutter and Life magazine, and watch for him in the fall on Tubi in the upcoming project Meet the Flowers. I just want you guys to put your hands together and welcome my guest, Spyder Turner, to the platform.
Yay! 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 Eyes here.
Thank you so much for coming on Eric
How are
Lansby.
you?
I'm wonderful.
It's
I'm
so
wonderful.
nice to see you.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, we look like you could be my cousin or something.
No.
Say, don't make
Not
you
that
family.
close.
You don't want to be family.
close.
We're going to be family.
Okay. You look so good in your pictures. I started to wear a suit.
Okay.
Okay. But I said I'm gonna be comfortable.
Right. And that's
But-
what I wanted you to be. I'm glad that you came comfortable.
Okay.
Right. You know, with
okay.
your creases in your pants. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm
You
old
got to
school.
teach that to this generation. I don't see creases in the pants no more.
Okay. Sometimes they call it old school. I call it real school.
Yes.
Okay.
And the pants last a long time. You take care of them.
Yeah. When they start splitting, they split right down the seam.
And then the young people take the split down the seam and then they put some more rips in them and they call that the new school.
The new school.
Yeah. And we call that put some patches on it so that your pants can last.
Right. I remember those days.
My mother could sew. She wasn't playing. We ain't had no holes on our clothes. She pulled that sewing machine out. You wouldn't even think that our clothes ripped.
Okay.
And on to sewing the socks.
Okay.
I ain't sewing not a sock, boy. We gonna either gonna walk around with a hole in your sock, or you gonna throw them away and give some more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Real quick.
right.
Real quick.
That's wonderful. Again, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. And as I began to read your bio, outside of this time now, when that one contact, you see, I had to let that contact like focus so I can see the words.
Okay. Okay.
I am going to go buy some new ones. I just don't think about it until Thursday.
Oh,
because
okay.
I only wear them on Thursdays.
Right. Okay. I
And
got you.
You get what I mean? And so, see, there you go. So my team, we're gonna put somebody up on my team to stay on me to making sure I go get some contact that I can see out both eyes. Okay, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay. So you grew up in the heart of Detroit's musical explosion.
Huh?
What was it about the city's high school choirs and doo-wop groups that built such a powerhouse foundation for your career?
Well, when I first arrived in Detroit, I had to be about 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
And before I arrived in Detroit, I grew up, I grew up in Detroit, but I was born in West by God, Virginia. And when we left West Virginia, all we heard in West Virginia was country and western.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got so into country and western, I even wrote a song about it. Well, here it go.
Yeah.
Well, she's always been my sweetheart, even though she cheats and she lies. Many times I thought of leaving the girl, but she's too ugly to kiss goodbye.
Wait. Okay. So you could just say goodbye without kissing her. Is that the point?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a lot of time on your hands.
At 7, yeah.
You was that kid that they put in a room by himself, and you had a whole lot of fun by yourself.
You know how I got my name Spyder?
Tell me.
We were in school one day,
Mm-hmm.
about the 4th or 5th grade, and the teacher took the whole class to the auditorium to see a movie about insects.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we got to the auditorium, 3 kids, the bad kids, had to sit in the back. It was 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Abbas Bay, and Virginia Ezel. And when the teacher cut the lights off, I got down on the floor and started crawling under the auditorium seats toward the front.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy would call out, "The spider crawls." And every time he said that, I reached my hand between the seat and feel some girl on her behind. And she would scream and so forth. And the teacher would cut the lights on. This went on about 3 times before I got caught. And I've been Spyder ever since.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a heck of a way to get your nickname.
Okay.
But you stopped squeezing on their behinds after that, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I found out I could get in trouble.
In trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. What this day and age, you really can get in trouble.
And I was already in trouble. My principal would call my mom and tell her that I'm in his office and he's reprimanding me for doing something. And I'm at home in the bed. My mama looking at me. It was that kind of thing going on.
Because you stayed in trouble.
Yeah, because my mama got into the school equal rights in schools.
Okay.
And her name was in the paper, and that's when everything started going the other way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
For a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pull your mic a little closer for me. There you go. Take good care of it.
Yes.
So everybody can get some of all of Spyder. Okay.
Whisper to you, darling.
All right. So your 1967 cover of Stand By Me is iconic because of those incredible impressions. How did you learn to mimic legends like Smokey Robinson and Chuck Jackson so perfectly?
When I was coming up, I used to mimic everybody in the family, people that I saw. I would emulate them. And when I started singing, I started trying to sound like them.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a band called the Counts, the Fabulous Counts, and we used to play the 20 Grand all around Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, I heard, well, let me go to the beginning. Chuck Jackson was my favorite song, my favorite artist.
Okay.
And he did a song, he did Stand By Me on an album, but he did another song, he did Please, Please, Please by James Brown.
Okay.
And in Please, 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 he impersonated Jackie Wilson and James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it because he had a song on that same album called Stand By Me. His singer was Chuck Jackson live at the Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard the way he did it. So I kind of mixed it up. And just for fun, one night I just started. And the next night I was there, I add some more. And I tried to see all I could do, you know.
Right.
And it wound up being like a hit record.
Yes.
I do more than what's on the record is 4 artists that I do.
Okay.
But on the live show, I do about 10, 15, 16 artists.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even all the way down to Joe Tex. It's not all the time that a man gets a good woman.
I love that you could just jump into character like that without even you just go.
Yeah.
That's a true skill set.
Ain't no sense in waiting around.
I feel you. Nothing comes to a dreamer but a dream, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So what is one behind the scenes story from the 20 Grand days that people would be shocked to hear about today?
Probably the night I got accused of stealing Eddie Kendrick's coat. My group was up in the dressing room, and the Temptations just happened to come into the 20 Grand to do a record hop.
Mm-hmm.
And some kind of way Eddie's coat came up missing. So they grabbed me in the middle of the dance floor and accused me of taking his coat. And they found out somebody else took it, so they let me go. Matter of fact, later on when I was starting with before Stand By Me and I would go on stage, I was wearing some of Eddie's hand-me-downs.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no reason to steal his coat.
Right.
So after that, that was about it. That one, and we had a Caucasian in the group one time.
Okay, how was that?
We was turning it out. We had a good group.
Okay.
We was turning it out, and he wasn't used to being around all these black folks, right?
Okay.
So they start reaching for the stage and grabbing his shoes. Just took his shoes off. He ran all the way up. The dressing room was upstairs. He ran all the way up to the dressing room and stayed. I had to go get him
Oh,
and
man.
explain to him, they love you, man. That's what's
Right.
happening. They ain't trying to kill you.
Yeah, I can imagine that looked like a scene of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you
His name was Floyd Campbell.
Yeah.
That was my best buddy.
Oh, is he still with us today?
No, he passed. I think he passed 2 years ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but music stayed in his blood as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So you are a songwriter.
Mhm.
You co-wrote the smash hit "Do Your Dance" for Rose Royce. See, I can say it that time.
Right.
I got it. Look on this page. I made the words bigger. When you were writing with Norman Whitfield, did you know immediately that it was going to be a top 10 R&B anthem?
I didn't even know it was going to be on Rose Royce. I was writing that for me.
Oh,
Yeah, and Norman came where Norman and I was writing. He was sitting at the piano, and I was coming up with the lyrics.
mm-hmm.
And he said, well, he took the song home. I wrote the whole first half. He took the song home. He came back, and he had it finished. And he said, look here, I got a deal for you. You want some right now money, or you want to wait on it and hope you get some money?
Mm.
I'm like, what you mean? He said, well, car wash is getting cold, and I need a single for Rose Royce. I want to put this on Rose Royce. I thought about it. I said, heck yeah, they got a big one. Yeah, heck yeah. And give me the money.
Right now.
Right
now. Don't wait. Do not pass go. Collect $200.
Okay, now.
That's good. That is funny. Okay, so working with Norman Whitfield is a dream for many people. What was the most important reason, or I'm sorry, what was the most important lesson he taught you about the Whitfield sound and the music business?
He was not a conformist.
What does that mean?
Nothing he was going to do, like, he would come and play a song for me, but he'll play it in the beginning stages when he's first start working on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't hear it. So I'm like, I don't know what to think about it. When you take it home and go in the studio and record it and come back, it's a smash, you know. So my thing was, don't show everybody your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Work in secret, get your stuff ready, get it done, and then go for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I know that this generation, a couple things is different. They do want to hear your input, you know, to make sure they're going in the right direction technically. But then now you don't have to go about music the way that you guys had to go about music. You just put it out on social media, and if it pop, it pop.
Right.
You know. So what do you think about the
there's
difference in
something
that?
to that, though.
Tell me.
You got to pay some money
To
for these different sites to promote your songs.
okay.
Yeah, some may charge you by the month. Some may charge you a flat fee.
Mm-hmm.
You never know till you investigate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I found out, because when I decided that I was going to go ahead, I had these songs, and I said, ain't no sense in sitting here going to waste. You know? I ain't got the money. Matter of fact, I put it on Facebook. I said, the price on everything is going up, including me. And so I went on and recorded it. I did a little door dashing with my son.
Okay.
Put the money together and went in and cut the 4 songs.
Okay.
So now it's like you don't have a distribution or a big company pushing you. You got to do all this yourself.
Right.
And it can get plenty expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you was based on what you said, not an average person, but some people might not really for real go viral. They're actually paying for these views and to seem like they're going viral.
Right. First of all, you got to make it through all the noise.
Okay.
Because you got to realize there's probably 150,000 songs coming out every day.
Yes.
So then all that noise where everybody's putting their stuff on the internet, you got to come up out of that. You got to get noticed out of all that noise.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you start getting noticed out of all that noise, then you find you start getting a little help from here and a
Mm-hmm.
little help from there.
Yeah.
But until then, pay that money.
Yes.
Get
And
yourself heard.
yeah. And I always say, because I've talked to people a lot about the business behind the show business.
Mm-hmm.
So an average artist, they focus on being the artist
Mm-hmm.
and not focus on being the business.
Right.
So when the
Like me.
opportunity comes and they get that one viral hit, then it doesn't go any farther because the opportunities that come after that, they don't have the business set
Right.
up.
Right.
You know,
Take for instance, when I did Stand By Me, I didn't get a dime.
okay.
Nothing to this day.
And I sang that song. I might only know the chorus, but that's a wonderful song.
Okay. So when Stand By Me came out and I went out on the road, I started meeting all these friends like Solomon Burke, Wilson Pickett, and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Solomon was like a big brother to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we was talking, we was kicking it, and he was asking me about how much management percentage is your management taking? So I told him, and he went crazy and told me I was crazy.
Mm.
So I found out what I thought I found out was that my lawyer was not on my side.
Okay.
So his lawyer, my manager's lawyer, the last thing he said to me is, "You'll never sign with another record company. You'll
Mhm.
never get with another record company."
Mm-hmm.
And he walked off. I thought I was blackballed.
Mhm.
For years, I thought I was blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
But I was working. I was doing the shows and doing the traveling and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
when I went back to straighten that contract out, my manager said, "Well, the only way you can get out of that is you have to sign everything over to me."
Mm.
Well, I didn't write anything. I wasn't writing then. So
Mm-hmm.
he got the artist royalties.
Mm.
And I didn't get a dime.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? Like, did you want to cry, or did you just be like, "This one"? And I asked that though because people do, go through emotions, and it's just a sign to show your human side that you are human. However, you did not let that stop you.
No, I kept working.
Yeah.
Put together a band. I started putting together bands and stuff. Had to do all kind of stuff to do that. I went to putting the band together in New Jersey. So I called my cousin in New Jersey. I said, "Hey, look, man, I need a place to stay for about 2 weeks. I got to put a band together and they're there in outside of Newark." So he said, "Come on." So when I got there, he told me he had a sickness and I couldn't stay there. But he had a fish market. So I had to stay in the fish market.
Mm.
Now, there was a bed in the fish market over behind the freezer. There was a crack in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
The water from the freezer would run under the bed
Mm.
and wake me up. It was so strong, the smell from the fish.
Mm.
I had to sleep in my hat, my coat, my boots because it was cold.
Oh. Oh.
And I wound up doing that for a month,
Yeah.
rehearsing this band to get them ready to take them on the road.
Yeah. And you did that.
I did that.
Yeah, okay, I'm proud of you.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
But that's a sign of resiliency. And you were focused.
I'll tell you what that is.
Any fish necessary you made.
I'm Aquarius. That's the sign of stone stubbornness.
That's okay. I thought that was just me that's stubborn because I'm a Taurus and I am stubborn. I'm very, very, very stubborn.
Whitfield was a Taurus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was he stubborn too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a combination. I'm stubborn and spoiled. Heck of a combination. Heck of a combination.
Same here. I was the first child out of 8, so you know I was spoiled by a woman that really wanted kids.
Because she had 8, right? Yeah. That was beautiful. Okay. So you've written for the Four Tops and other Motown greats. How does your approach change when you are writing for a group versus writing for your own solo projects?
Well, actually, when I write a song, sometimes I'm looking at me, but I'm always open for another voice. Like I got a song called "You Keep Me Wondering."
Mm-hmm.
Well, while I was writing it, I was hearing Smokey Robinson sing it.
Okay.
But then I went on and recorded myself. I didn't try to sound like him. I just
Mm-hmm.
toned myself down because I can be loud sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Loud.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so many fans know you as Dwight David from The Last Dragon soundtrack.
Right.
What was it like being part of the film that became such a massive cult classic in the Black community?
Now that's a funny story. Whitfield, I had just arrived back in California. I'd been here for a while, and I arrived back in California. And he said, "Man, I got a project." I said, "Oh yeah?" He said, "Yeah, for a movie." I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "You want to be involved?" Well, quite naturally, yeah, I do. Okay, so I'm writing this song, and I'll see you in a couple of days. So he wrote The Last Dragon. He came back. He had me do the demo. I did the demo for him. Then he said, "Now the only way you can get this gig is you can't be Spyder Turner."
Mm.
I'm like, "Why can't I be Spyder Turner? That's the name everybody that's out there."
Mm-hmm.
So he convinced me about telling me, "Well, this is the way, see, because Spyder, see, people get the impression that you old, see, you too old. So what we'll do is change your name and start your career all over again, all brand new. You're already knowledgeable. You've been out there. You know what's happening. You know how to handle it." I said, "But Berry Gordy knows me.
Mm-hmm.
I've met him on a couple of different occasions.
Right.
He ain't gonna remember."
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Well, I said, "Okay." So I went to the studio with him, met Barry again for the third time.
Uh-huh.
And
Did he remember you?
he didn't act like he did.
Okay.
He didn't act like he did, but I
Okay.
noticed that they had, well, I found out that they had The Last Dragon pressed up as a single,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't release it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why, because Barry probably said, "That's Spyder Turner. That ain't no Dwight David." But Dwight David is my real name. My real
Right.
name is Dwight David Turner. So I just
Okay.
use the first half.
Right.
Yeah. So it
Right.
would still be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you were on the soundtrack because
Oh,
that
thank you.
movie is very iconic.
Thank you.
It made me feel like I could do karate.
Okay.
Okay. Karate, something. Something.
Okay.
Because every time, like I was into Bruce Lee and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So every time a karate movie would go off, then my brother would stand up in the bed and he would start doing karate on me and my sister and to make a mistake and hit us hard by mistake.
Yeah.
And my sister just get up and start swinging on him like that. So he stopped doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But those movies did make you feel like you could do it, even if
Yeah.
you couldn't, and make you feel like you can, because the moral of the story was like, try and overcome adversities and things like that. And I think those messages need to play out in today's economy or in society, because it seems like when you put a little adversity to this generation, they fold. They don't have that fight, like,
Yeah, they
you
give up.
had.
They give
Yeah.
up too soon. Give up early.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing go wrong, they give it up.
Yeah.
And
Like,
my thing is, I'm gonna ride this horse till he throw me.
right. And
Yep.
then even if like this culture sensitivity
Mhm.
on social media, you say something wrong and then they cancel you. The cancel culture, you're not supposed to say that.
Okay.
But the comedians, they used to say all kind of things,
Yeah.
coming up. So now I don't even know how you can honestly, for real, be a comedian in this society.
I hear it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard especially with all the sensitivity going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything going on in the country.
Yeah. Well, I figure you're just supposed to cry and then just get back up at it. I ain't saying don't
Okay.
cry. I ain't saying don't say they hurt your feelings, but just get up and do
Okay.
it. Keep going.
Ain't got time to cry.
Right?
No time to cry.
Look, cry while you working your way onto the bank.
That sounds like a song. No time to cry.
All right. So I'll be waiting on that single. Okay. Okay. So speaking of soundtracks, many fans, like you said, know you know. Oh, look, I do that again. That'll be that contact. Your music has sampled and featured in hip hop, including connections in Tupac. How does it feel to see your soul roots being embraced by the rap and hip hop generation?
It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels real good. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I heard you rapping. And
Oh,
I heard you out there. He got bars, y'all. He got the sweet, hot 16. Look, I know that. Well, I learned that from the boys, right? Q, ain't that what they call to see? Okay. Yeah.
okay.
See, our generation after us, they good for something. They teach us something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I remember when my son was doing music and I was his momager,
Uh-huh.
and he would go and we would meet people and I'd be like, what's your name? Or I would call him by his government name. And he says, Mom, you cannot do that. You are embarrassing me. You gotta call him by his rap name.
Okay.
I like, boy, I seen you when you was up at the high school running around wet behind the ears. But I learned better.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
learned,
Okay.
so the kids had to teach me proper manners,
Yeah. Okay.
when I address the artist.
Right. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so in 2015, you are inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Looking back at that night, who was the one person you wish could have been there to see it?
it'd have to be two people.
Okay, we'll take that.
My mom's and my lady.
Okay.
But both of them passed.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
So they didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
But I would have loved for them to see it.
Yeah. How was that night for you?
It was a great night.
Yeah.
Shut up!
So that your son didn't teach you. You ain't teach your daddy how to turn this ring off.
I can't even turn the phone off.
Yeah.
That's what I tried to do.
You don't listen to him.
I do sometimes.
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 Not today you didn't, huh? No.
No, I did listen to him today.
Okay.
And that's how what's the name of that on your car? Directions? Yeah, that's how GPS sent us all around town, down the street.
But I
was listening to him.
Okay.
My thing was get on 8 Mile, go to Gratiot, go to the place.
Yeah. Right. So, but you're not the only one that have trouble finding a place. I don't know what it is. So what we came up with when we had our team meeting this week, that we take some pictures of the street view so everybody know, and Crystal gonna design the map. Turn right here, look for this, and I mean, I've had people go all the way down 4 or 5 miles down the road, and so I have to stay on the phone. So that's why I have to tell people to get to the studio early so that you can be on time. Okay. And then would you tell them, if you get here early, you actually get to get a meal. You get some good conversation. We treat you right. We take care of you. But then when you come on time, then all you just got enough time to do is come and get on the podcast.
Right. Don't get to know your people.
Nope. Because after the show was over, your girl got to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you've co-hosted events with the late, great Mary Wilson.
It was Mary Wilson and David Washington.
Yeah. And we got David Washington in the house.
From WPON 1460 on your AM dial.
Okay, yeah. I want to learn how to do that. Can you teach me how to? I need to do like a opening, and that I just sound like I'm on the radio. I want to practice that, and I rehearse because I learned in this season. Sometimes, some people got it, and some people got to work at it. And I'm one of the ones that want to work at my opening or work at that piece, and then I can put that on my album. Okay. I don't sing. Though. I don't sing. I don't rap. I don't dance. But I still got an album.
Okay, I'm getting ready to ask, what did you do on the album?
Actually, I'm a motivational speaker. So I did a whole album with like spoken word and motivating people and walking into discovering what their purpose is.
Yeah, my brother's a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Turner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he teaches, goes around and speaks on contract negotiations and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. He's heavy with the union.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and so I always thought that I always saw the vision of being on stage, but the vision for me was guiding the kids, being on the side of the stage or maybe introducing them, because they were the performers and the actors and actresses. And so when I got on stage, it kind of made me emotional because I was like, wow, that was me that I saw in the vision all along, because I can't hold a note to save my life. You up there, but I'm that one that
Okay.
be like, boo, get off the stage.
Okay. I've seen that happen at the Apollo.
Right. And I would have loved to go on to Apollo because I grew up watching the Apollo. So I would have loved to go,
I won on there. I was 16.
You won on the Apollo when you were 16?
Yep, me and Michael Stokes. Michael Stokes played the piano,
Uh-huh.
and I sang "I Don't Want to Cry" by Chuck Jackson.
Oh,
Did the splits and all that
congratulations.
stuff at the end. Flips and splits.
You look like you could do the splits. Can you still do the split?
Ain't gonna try it either.
Gotcha.
Hey, these knees, these legs are 79 years old. They ain't got no business trying to do a split.
Wow. Well, you still looking good, Mr. Turner. Still looking good.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that.
Old folks got to try harder.
Right.
You got to put on more cologne. You got to put on a shinier suit.
And wait, decide then that make you look younger, huh?
Yeah. Make sure you shave your ears. Shave your ears. Get the hair out your ears and out your nose. Makes you look old. Okay?
Oh wow.
That's that. That's then when that turns gray. Oh, you know it's over.
Your nose hairs or your ear hairs?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right. You do got to say, but they got these little tools now. You just
yeah. I got all of them.
You got all of them.
I got all. I don't wear makeup. That's my makeup.
Well, the one thing I can say, and everybody know it to be fact, when them gray hairs grow back, them is the hardest hairs I ever experienced in my life.
Okay.
They cut you.
Okay.
So I always wonder, if you don't cut it, does it remain somewhat soft?
Well, in my ear, it makes me think some insect is crawling around in my ear. I keep a box of Q-tips.
They be like, dang, man, is your ear dirty? And he's like,
it's an antler roach.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay, so we get back to our question. When we're talking about co-hosting events with Mary Wilson.
Uh-huh.
And what is your favorite memory of her, and what did she represent to you as a fellow Detroit artist?
Well, as a Detroit artist, all Detroit artists always made me feel proud. The Fabulous Peps, the Fabulous Counts, the Supremes, the Temptations, the Contours. I mean, we had so many people here.
Mm-hmm.
So for a cat like me, a young cat like me, trying to get noticed, I had to do everything. I used to crawl on the bar and walk down the bar and grab bottles of liquor and pour in patrons' drinks and stuff to get that attention.
Mm-hmm.
But it kept me working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people was like that. I've turned white clubs black. The first time ain't nothing in there but white folks. You come back, ain't no white. Where the white folks?
Because everybody follows you and came and have a good time.
Yeah. They know they're going to have a good time.
Well, that's good. You sound like you're a good time.
I'm a party waiting to happen.
I don't need
instant party. Just add people.
I don't even want to see it.
I slowed down a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with the sound of your voice, when you are hosting an event, your voice projects and it just helps people to have a good time. You help them visualize where you want them to be,
Okay.
So that's good. But you got to have a great personality.
I look at it like this. It's my party.
Yeah.
When I step on stage, it's my party.
Yeah.
You might be the star, but you can't be until I get off.
Right. And you up them up, right? You got the crowd hype.
Yeah.
You got them going.
Okay.
So by the time the artist or the star comes on the stage, then the crowd is ready. Yeah. So you set it up.
Okay. Yeah.
I love that.
I learned a lot of that from David.
Okay. I love that. Okay. So you have a massive international following, especially in Spain. What is it about Northern Soul that fans overseas keeps the music of that era so alive and vibrant?
Over here, we throw stuff away as soon as it gets old. So when the song starts dying down, we stop paying attention to it. Over there, you got little kids like 10, 11 years old know my whole history. No more than my own kids.
Yeah.
They know more about me.
Yeah.
So they stick with their artists forever. You know, it's like uh, Pat 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 not Pat Bush, Pat Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Lewis was backup singer. She
Mm-hmm.
sang with Isaac Hayes, Hot Buttered Soul.
Okay.
But she was big in England.
Okay.
Yeah, they loved her over there.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was over there all the time.
Yeah.
So they just grab hold of something and they just love it. I got a song over there that flopped over here and was in the top 40 over there for 40 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, top 40 most played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so do you feel that because it has been said that you have to go elsewhere first and blow up just to come back into your own city for people to acknowledge you and blow you up the way, or love and appreciate you the way that they appreciate you other places?
Yeah, it seems that way, huh?
Yeah. Is it true? Because you've been all over the world.
Sometimes.
Okay.
It all depends on the individual.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's wonderful and sometimes it ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you. So we normally take questions from the virtual audience. Is there any? Where's Q? Is there any questions that we have from the virtual audience? Just comments today. Okay. And do you have any questions in the in-person audience, or I can keep going? Did you smack your lips? I can't hear you. You know I can't see that far, boy. Get it together. I'm your mama. No. Oh. That's okay. It's all right. He just told you got to be resilient. You can't rely on technology. You got to do it. You got this.
For me, I've lived overseas myself and done music. I was in Asia.
Oh, okay.
Totally understand everything you said.
Yeah.
To you, what was the best part? Like, what was the part about being overseas that always stuck with you?
Being treated like a king. Being treated like a human being. Being treated like a human being that means something. That's the difference over here. Well, you know how we get treated, especially since Mr. Orange been in, but he been in the office, but it's like that before. But he bringing it out of everybody,
right? Ooh, baby,
that's the only good thing I can say about him. Now we know who the prejudiced people are.
Say that, say that,
okay.
And ain't no shame in that game either.
No, none.
Yeah,
Shoot.
yeah.
I never seen so many people proud of being dumb.
No. That part. No. Okay, go ahead.
Have you ever performed with Stevie Wonder?
No, I haven't.
Have you met Stevie Wonder?
I've met him.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him back in 68. I saw him again in 75 in DC in a men's restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And he walked in and I said, "Hello, Stevie." And he knew exactly who I was.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't talked to him in years and years.
Yeah. That means he got a great memory.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Because we are part of the Stevie Wonder committee.
Oh, okay.
And in honor of Stevie Wonder, we're putting on the gala May 13th. Mm-hmm. So if you want to, come, I'll get you the information and everybody can come and participate. We, can't, what's the word? I can't confirm or deny.
Okay.
If Stevie will be there or not.
Right. Okay.
I'll tell you off stage.
Okay.
But
I never sung with him, but my daughter did.
Yeah.
She sung with him for a performance or two.
Yeah.
She lives in California.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So but working on the gala has been pleasant, and especially doing something for somebody who is as iconic as Stevie Wonder. I now know what you and my mother and others before me felt to be a part of something great. You know what I mean? Because we get to hear all of the stories of all the things you did and Stevie did and everybody. And he's like, wow, you know, how did they do that? And we talk about you guys because you guys are legends. But getting to know you and know that you struggled just like everybody else, but the end result was something that we still all listen to today. Because I still listen to Stand By Me. And and I still watch The Last Dragon. You know, and
I got a newer version of Stand By Me.
You do?
It's like a smooth jazz version. It's on that CD I was trying to give you.
This okay. We listen. Mr. Spyder Turner, and he got quite some, right? So we're gonna rep this. Okay. So he brought a copy of his album / cassette. So if any of you all have a cassette and you would like a copy, how many we got? In the bag? About 5, 10?
I think it's about 8.
8. Okay, so the first 8 people that come into the DMs or in the inbox to say that they want a copy.
6.
Oh, yeah, 6. Okay. So the first 6 people that come into the DMs to say they want a copy of Mr. Turner's album, we'll make sure that we get you a copy and get it shipped out to you because first of all, and I want you guys to record yourself listening to it because I want to see that y'all actually got a cassette tape, okay? Because and you still owe me a CD,
okay, yeah,
or a flash drive.
Right
you know what that is too,
yeah.
right? Okay, so we and so nice picture, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I used to be pretty.
Yeah. Did they call you Red?
Every now and
Yeah.
Yeah, that would get a fight.
Oh, Red down the
My
street.
name ain't no Red. I'm Spyder. Red's my brother.
That's funny. So anyway, for real, like the first 6 people that come in the comment section, we'll make sure you get a copy of Mr. Turner's cassette tape so that you can listen to it. And what about those who want to get an actual CD? Or how would they obtain a copy of your CD? Where do they go to get your music?
Right now it's nowhere.
Okay.
I've got to have some more pressed up.
Okay.
Because I pressed up about 5,000 copies and they was gone like them. But the money was a little slow coming in because I was traveling as I was doing it.
Okay.
So
okay.
You don't get to save that.
Right. Yeah. So my team, they worked all show to get this together. So we got a video that we want to play from the audience, a wonderful video of you. So you could play it, Jalen.
Spyder team coming to you from the tip top.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So you still out here kicking butt and taking names. I love that.
Okay.
You got it going on. You done transition to movies, right?
Yeah.
So
I've done about 3.
What?
I was in a movie with Billy D. Williams called Secret Agent 000 Soul.
When was it?
This was back in, it was around the 80s, somewhere in the 80s or early 90s.
Yeah.
I was in a Tommy Chong movie called Parrot Man.
And now you in a Tubi movie.
I'm in a Tubi TV show.
It's a Tubi TV
it's
show.
Gonna be a TV show, yeah.
So you in there with all, and you know the Tubi stars is blowing up.
That's what I hear.
Yeah,
That's what I hear.
they
Yeah.
blowing up. So shout out to the Tubi stars.
Shout out to the Tubi people.
Wow, you doing it. So what is it like to be in a Tubi TV show? That's the one called Meet the Flowers.
Meet the Flowers.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Just
I'm
wonderful.
doing just what I want to do.
Yeah.
Just what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what makes me happy. I'm happiest when I'm on stage.
Yeah.
And
So that means you got a good memory, I would say, right? Because to do acting, don't you have to have a good memory?
yeah, unless like
What?
one of the movies I was in with Billy, Street Wars.
Okay.
My line was, "Yes, sir."
That was it.
Is it for the whole movie? but in this Meet the Flowers, I kind of get like not a free reign, but I'm creative and I come up with a lot of crazy stuff. So they kind of let me use my own thing.
So you done made up some stuff.
Yeah, I ain't got to act like nobody but me.
Right. But what happens when you got to reshoot? You can't even remember what you said the first time. You just make up some other stuff, right? If they wanted to do a take 2, take 3 of that scene,
it's gonna be better.
It's gonna be better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some critiquing.
Yeah.
And then that's when they say, "Look here, can you just do it like you did it the first time? You don't need to improve. Don't just do what you do.
Right.
Just be you.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the word for the day. Just be you.
Yeah.
And so speaking of the word for the day, so we running on the end of our hour. See, that hour go fast.
Okay.
So we got 2 things. One, I want to know if you could go back to that young Dwight Turner singing in a Detroit Glee Club. What is the one piece of advice you give him about surviving, thriving in the music industry for over 50 years?
Listen.
Oh.
Use your ears. Listen.
Yes.
Being hard-headed can get you in a lot of trouble.
Oh.
Get you broke, all that kind of stuff.
All
Listen.
that kind of stuff.
I mean, I didn't want to listen to anybody that was older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Until
but I learned.
You learned.
I learned.
You learned after a couple failed mistakes and
just took that one where that lawyer said you'll never have another record company.
That was a hell of a lesson.
Okay.
That messed up your money.
Okay.
Messed up your money. Because
Yeah.
do you know if you had did that right, then you will still be sitting good to this day because you'll be getting all your royalties.
I thought it was true because all of a sudden all the booking agents stopped booking me.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't book me again until I went and got my own band and started working.
Yeah. Listen.
So I was kind of paying attention to that. And it was like, well, I'm just going to go in the back door. I don't care how long it take me. If I got to go all the way around the backyard, I'm going in the back door, but I'm getting in there.
Yeah, and you didn't let it stop you.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing your story and thank you for coming on the podcast.
You're welcome.
Sharing your time. This has been a pleasurable interview.
As you can see, I enjoy myself wherever I go.
Yes, absolutely. I told you when you was a kid, they put you in a room by yourself and you just had a whole ball, a band and a gang and everything all by yourself.
I had my imagination to work with.
So tell everybody if they want to follow you, Mr. Turner, how can they follow you?
I'm on Facebook. I have 5 pages on Facebook. Spyder Turner Worldwide, which is my group.
Mm-hmm.
Dwight Turner, which is my real name.
Okay.
And I got 3 Spyder Turner pages.
Okay.
The Worldwide is where I put most of the entertainment stuff. And my other pages, I just share life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they can get me there. I'm on SpyderTurnerMusic.com.
SpyderTurnerMusic.com.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to remember that.
You got to remember that brain had to get in there and work on it.
See, you know, when you get past 50, there's 3 things that go first.
What?
Your memory. Your memory.
I'm dead. I did. But you left out one other thing. Your bladder go too. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, I forget that too. I'm on the bathroom. What did I come in here for?
I love that. Thank you so much for coming
You're
on the
welcome.
podcast. You were absolutely a dream. I enjoyed you. You got to come back again sometime, and I am going to have to come and see you on stage. Do your thing.
May the 16th.
May the 16th.
At Burt's Warehouse.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
come
be
on
back
down.
in town then.
Okay.
I bring my crew. All my crew
Bring
over
your crew on
21.
down.
They can come. We'll
Okay.
come.
And if you need tickets, David got tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I love that.
You don't need no ticket. though.
I don't need no ticket. I get VIP
You
access
get VIP.
because I'm Erica Lynn Speaks, y'all. I got friends, okay? In hot places.
Dave's
I
gonna
love
kill me
that.
when I get outside. here. Don't be giving away my
Don't be
tickets.
giving away my tickets. Listen, I got you. Listen, you guys, this was such an amazing episode. If you guys want to sow a seed into this podcast, we put the QR code on the screen to help keep Erica Lynn moving and bringing all these wonderful guests so that they can continue to share messages with you guys that you can walk away with and really sit back and think about it, right? Because today he did say something that a lot of us have all gone through. We didn't take the time to listen. You know, we decided to do things our own way. We didn't, even if we didn't take the time to hear what God had to say, because he downloads to us also. And so somebody somewhere is willing to give you the blueprint. You just have to be willing to sit still and listen to it. When you don't sit still and listen to it, sometimes you feel the burn. And as he said, he felt the burn because it stopped his money and it stopped some things for a period of time until he got his mind back right and said, I'm not going to allow this to stop me. So he took that advice and he repurposed it and he went through the back door. But this time going through the back door, he listened, okay? And he continued to keep moving forward. And so I was so excited to have my guest here on the podcast because I'm taking some advice from him. I'm going to listen. I might not like it, but I'm going to listen, right? Because God didn't put all these people into my life to pour into me so that I can pour out to you all for nothing. So there's greater purpose in all of us. I just want all of you all to continue to walk into whatever that is and discover what your purpose is on the greatest scale possible. So thank you again for tuning in to this Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. And as I always say, it only takes just one step beyond you. God bless you, and I'll see you guys next week.